welcome everyone. I am Dr. Manoj Kumar Sharma, Associate Professor, ITS College of Pharmacy. The course is Bachelor in Pharmacy and subject is Biostatics and Research Methodology, and the code is BP 801T. The university is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University. This is the first lecture of this subject, and the topic is Introduction about Biostatistics. The contents of this lecture are, first of all, we will know about the statistics, then biostatistics, and after that we will learn about frequency distribution. So, first is statistics, the introduction about statistics. The word statistics convey a variety of meaning to people in different walks of life. The word statistics comes from the Italian word statistica, statista, which means statement, and the German word for statistic is statistic, means political state. So, the word statistics today refer to either quantitative information or method of dealing with quantitative or qualitative information. And the definition, there are various definition of statistics, and according to Croxton and Cowden, statistics is defined as collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. So, the statistic is the science and art of dealing with figure and facts. So, what is statistics? In simple word, we can say statistics is a field of mathematical science that deals with data. The word statistic is used both to refer to a set of data and to a field of study. So, in the statistics we read about the data. It is concerned with the making decisions under uncertainties that occur when the data are subject to variation. So, if data is uniform, then there is no need of statistics, but if as there are generally data are non-uniform. So, there is a uncertainty and variation, simply we can say variation leads to uncertainty of the data and it require statistics. And the second term is biostatistics. Biostatistics is a portmanteau word made from biology and statistics. Biostatics is also called sometimes biometry. In Greek, bio means life and metron means measured. So, biostatics is a measurement of life. So, when we apply the statistics in the field of biology and health science, then the statistics is called biostatistics. Biostatics is the branch of statistics applied to biological or medical sciences. Biostatics is the method used in dealing with statistics in the field of health science such as biology, medicine, nursing, public health and also in pharmaceutical sciences. So, it is the science which deals with development and application of the most appropriate methods for the collection of data, presentation of the collected data, analysis and interpretation of the results, and after that making the decisions on the basis of such analysis. So, in the biostatistics there are 4 steps. The first steps, during the study we collect the data, and after collecting the data we want to present the data, and the data will be present in the either form of in the table or in the form of diagram like histogram, pie diagram, bar diagram and so on. So, first step in statistics is collection of data, second step is the presentation of the collected data, and the collected data present in the form of either in the form of tables or in the form of diagrams like pie chart, histogram, bar diagram, frequency distribution curve, error bar diagram and so on. And the third step is analysis the data. When we present the data, then we to find the significance of the results, we analyze the data, and it can be done with the help of different test of significance, and after applying the test of significance, we interpret the results, that what is the objective of the our data. It will come from the analysis of the results, and when we get the results, then we make the decision on the basis of such analysis. Now, third step is frequency distribution. It is a statistical method for summarizing the data. A statistical data consists of list of numbers related to a research. Among those numbers, few may be repeated twice and more than twice. The repeating numbers in data set is termed as frequency. The frequency are listed in a table is known as frequency distribution table. So, the number of occurrence of an observation is known as frequency. When an observation comes many times in our data, then the number of occurrence of that particular item or observation is known as the frequency of the data. What are the objectives of frequency distribution? The first objective of frequency distribution is to estimate the frequencies of the population. That means, first we find the frequencies of the population, then the second objective of the frequency distribution is to facilitate the analysis of the data, as the raw data cannot be analyzed directly. So, first we grouped the data with the help of their frequency and their similarities, and then we analyze the data with the help of frequency distribution table. Then after the third objective is to facilitate computation of various statistical measures, as there are different statistical measures like mean, median, mode and standard deviation, also the test of significance applied on the this frequency distribution data. What are the components of frequency distribution? The first component of the frequency distribution of data is class. The class, we grouped the data according to the size of the data, and we form the class a group according to the size of the data. If the range are high, then we take more class size, and if the range of the data is low, then we take a small size of the class. Second is class limit. The class limit have two things. First is the smallest and largest possible measurements in each class, and it contains lower limit and upper limit of the class. I explain you. For example, if we have data like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 0, 19, 18, 40. So, in this data we see that the data vary from 0 to 40. So, we form here some class of the data like this 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 and 30 to 40, and if we have any data like 42, then we take 40 to 50. So, these are the class intervals and this is the lower limit of the class and 10 is the upper limit of the class and the class size is 0 to 10, that is 10. And if the variation is more high, for example, we consider 52, 80, 90, 78, then in this situation we have range from 0 to 90, because the minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 90. So, if we take here the class size is 10, then we need 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 such type of 10 classes. But when we group the data and form the classes, we should kept 2 points, the number of classes neither be minimum nor be maximum, and there is no particular thing that. So, if in this situation we form the class like this 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80 and 80 to 100. So, if we form for 0 to 90, we need 9 classes and but the classes are sometimes if it is 100 or 110, then the number of classes increases if we take small class size. So, for simplification we increase our class size in this situation and we take 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60 like that. So, this is the class interval which is required for the frequency distribution, and in the frequency class second term is class limit, and the class limit have two things, the smallest value and the smallest value. Smallest is the lower limit of the class and highest value is the upper limit of the class. Third is class mark. It is also known as the middle value of the class, and class mark equal to the half of lower limit plus upper limit. So, for example, our class is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, then the class this is the then the class mark is lower limit plus upper limit upon 2. So, if we want to find the class mark of this class, the lower limit is 10 and the upper limit is 20, plus 10 is 30, 30 divided by 2, this is the 15. So, this is the class mark for this value, or you can say it is the mid value of the this class. Similarly, we can find the class mark for this class. If we want to find for this class, the class mark or mid value equal to 20 plus 30 divided by 2, this is 50 by 2 and this is 25. So, third term is class mark or mid value. Fourth is class interval. Class interval is the difference of the upper limit and the lower limit. So, the first term is class, second term is class limits are lower limit and upper limit, and the third term is class mark, and it is equal to the average of the lower limit and upper limit, and it will be equal to the half of the lower limit plus upper limit. And third is class interval, and it is the difference of the upper limit and lower limit. Fifth term of class frequency distribution is class frequency. The number of observation falling in each class is called the frequency, and next is last term is tally marks. Tally marks are strokes against each frequency observed for particular class. For example, we have a data in which this is the class interval 0 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. So, the class limit of this is 30 is the lower limit of the class, this is for this, lower limit is 40 and upper limit is 50, and the class mark is 1 by 2 40 plus 50, that is 90 by 2, and it will be equal to 45. So, now I explain everything. Frequency distribution are for two types, ungrouped frequency distribution and grouped frequency distribution. In ungrouped frequency distribution, this data not arranged in a group, these are individually series and arranged in ascending order. For example, the following make a frequency distribution. For example, we want to form the frequency distribution for this data. In this data, we have value 11, 12, 5, 3, 11, 13, 17, 13, 5, 5, 11, 5. So, how we form the frequency distribution for this data? Look here, we have data 11, 12, 5, 3 and so on. So, to form the frequency distribution table, we first write the variable in first column and write each observation. We have observation are 3, 5, 11, 12, 13 and 17. We have only these 6 observations. Then we find the tally marks, as 3 comes 1, 3 comes 1 times. So, we have 1 tally marks. Then for 5, 1, 2, 3 and 4, as 5 comes 4 times. So, we draw first 4 line in tally marks. Now, 11 comes, 11 is, this is 11, 1, 2, 3. So, we draw in tally marks 3 straight 3 vertical lines. Similarly, for 12, as 12 comes only 1 times. So, we have 1 vertical line. For 13, it comes 2 times. So, we have 2 vertical lines, and 17 comes 1 times. So, we have 1 tally marks, and now we write the frequency of this, as in tally marks we have 1 vertical line. So, it is 1. Now, we have 4 vertical lines, this is the frequency is 4. Now, and for 11 the frequency is 3, and frequency of 12 is 1, 13 is 2, 17 is 1. So, this is the discrete frequency distribution of the data. And second is grouped frequency distribution. Grouped frequency distribution, it is based on the classes. When we have the data which have more range, that means the difference between the minimum value and maximum value is very high, then we form the grouped frequency distribution, and in grouped frequency distribution we form the classes. For example, from the following data construct a grouped frequency distribution. The data is 3, 8, 5, 2, 5, 15, 16, 13, 12, 10, 19, 18 and 11. If we see in our data, first we write the data in ascending order or either in descending order, it depends upon the solution. If you see the data, the minimum value is 2 and the maximum value is 18. The minimum value is 2, minimum value is 2 and maximum value is 18. So, the difference between is 18 minus 2, that is 16. So, we take a difference, if we take the difference 0 to 10, 10 to 20. So, in this case we have only 2 class. So, to simple and better representation of frequency distribution, in this case we take a difference 0 to 5. Why we take 0 to 5, not start from 2? Because we take the value below a uniform class 0 to 5, then second is 5 to 10, third is 10 to 15 and next is 15 to 20. So, now we see the observations which are lie between 0 to and 5. So, in between 0 and 5, in this class 5 is not included. Be remember 5 is not included in this class. So, we take only 3 and 2. So, we have only 2 tally marks, that is 2 vertical lines. Now, for 5 to 10, now in this case 10 is not included in this observation class. Now, for 1 and 2, 8. So, we have 2 tally marks. For 10 to 15, be remember here again the 15 is not included in this class. So, we take the observation below 15, but 10 include in this class. So, between 10 to 15, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, we have 4 tally marks. Now, for 15 to 20, as the maximum value is 19, sorry here 19 and range is 17. So, maximum value is 19. So, and we do not include 20 in this observation class, sorry, and the value are 1, 2, 3 and 4, the tally marks are 4. Now, we write the frequency as the number of tally marks are 2. So, we write here 2, the number of tally marks in second row are also 2, the number of tally marks in third row are 4. So, the frequency is 4 and the number of tally marks in last row are 4. So, the frequency is 4. So, this is the grouped frequency distribution in which we form the class. What are the uses of frequency distribution? Managing and operating on frequency distribution tabulated data is much simpler than operation on raw data. Second, there are simple algorithm to calculate the median, mean in standard deviation etc. from these tables. And the last is statistical hypothesis testing is founded on the assessment of differences and similarities between frequencies distribution. Some of the graphs that can be used with the frequency distribution are histogram, line chart, bar chart and pie chart. Frequency distribution are used for both qualitative data and quantitative data. Thank you.